Hi, Willow class. It's Monday morning and it is our maths lesson. You have been doing so well on our division unit, and I know it's hard working from home, but you are doing brilliantly, so please keep it up. What I thought we'd do today is now try and apply some of that knowledge to some word problems. And they are going to be mixed problems. So it might be division questions, but also they might be multiplication questions. And you never know, they might ask you something else where you have to use addition or subtraction. So today is going to be really about just reading the question really, really carefully. And you'll be happy to know, I was just looking at it, that there is only really 6 questions and then a reflect. So there's not many questions today, but the key is going to be reading the question carefully, underlining the key information, and then trying to work it out. So you've just got to make sure, and I'm reading over here, that you interpret the question correctly. So you want to make sure you're multiplying if they're asking you to multiply rather than dividing. So it's going to be looking at the language of the question in the first sort of instance and then trying to work it out. And do you remember we did word problems before with the roll doll questions? And I said to you, I think it's best if you take the question, underline the key information, work out which operation to use, and then start to answer the question. And I would recommend you did that again today. Okay, so try and just slow down, read the questions carefully, and then try and work them out. And if you are finding them, quite easy, because I know some of you really like a challenge, then maybe you could just think to yourself, is there another way I could represent it? So if, for instance, they've used, I don't know, the part whole model, could you then try and use a bar model, or could you use an array? Just a different way of showing it, because what you'll be doing then is you'll sort of be increasing your strength of understanding. And like I always say, knowing your multiplication facts is really going to help you here. And if you need to, some of you have created the multiplication square that we did a few weeks ago, you can have that in front of you. Or if you need to write a particular times table out to help you, please do. Okay. So I'm not going to be long on the video this morning. I'm just going to go through one question and then I'm going to send you on your way, and just give it a go. Some of them, you'll find easier than others, but just try. That's all we can ask for, is just give it a go and see how well you can do. So on the screen, you should be able to see Amal and Sophia. And the question says, Amal makes 14 wooden horses a day. How many does he make in 4 days? And remember, if you want to pause me and try and work it out before I show you, please do. And then part B to the question is, Sophia makes 92 wooden drafts in 4 days. She makes the same amount each day. How many does she make each day? Okay, so I'm now going to get my pen and I'm going to highlight the bits of information that to me are really, really important. Okay, so Amal is making 14 wooden horses a day, and then the question is asking me, how many does he make in 4 days? So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so we want to do repeated addition. We want to say, right, he's going to make 14 in one day, 14 in another day, 14 in another day, 14 in another day. And of course, another word for repeated addition is multiplication. Okay, so I'm going to put my multiplication sign there to remind myself that I'm going to use multiplication in my strategy, in my calculation. And then the next one, Sophia makes 92 wooden giraffes in 4 days. So overall, she's made 92 giraffes. She makes the same amount, same each day. So how many does she make each day? So I'm thinking to myself, and this is just how my brain is working, she's got 92 giraffes. And it's taken her 4 days to do that. But the question is asking me, how many is she making each day? So I'm thinking I need to divide 92 by 4. Okay, so I'm going to write my division symbol there. Okay, and that's kind of the first step. Now, if I flick over onto the next page, I'm going to show you different ways of doing this, because You can, if you want to, you can draw it out if you see at the top here. And they use the Deans. So it says Amal makes 14 wooden horses a day. So you can imagine they've split it into 10s and 1s. So each day, Amal is making 1 10 and 4 1s. So if you were doing that, timesing your 10s first, you'd say to yourself, 4 times 10 is 40, and then 4 times 4 is 16. Of course, you have to add those two numbers together. So 40 plus 16 equals 56. So Amal makes 56 wooden horses in 4 days. And then the part B, which we said was a division question, Sophia makes 92 giraffes in 4 days. They've used their part whole model here. And remember, part whole, you need to not just think, I'm going to break it down in 10s and 1s. You need to think about the times table you're looking at. In this case is 4. And you need to think of numbers that are divisible by 4. So they have done 80 and 12, because of course 80 divided by 4 equals 20, and 12 divides by 4 nicely as well and equals 3. So 20 plus 3 equals 23. So Sophia made 23 wooden giraffes each day. I hope that makes sense, Willow class. When you turn to your Power Maths books, if you look on pages 39, 40 and 41, like I said, there's 6 questions and then there is a reflect. And some of the questions are using, well, let's have a look. Some of the questions are using the bar models and some of them have got pictures. But it's entirely up to you. If you fancy using the part whole method, please do. It doesn't matter which strategy you use in this instance. But as I said, if I can make a recommendation, it would be to read the questions carefully, slow down, highlight the key information and work out what operation you're going to use. Okay, is it going to be multiplication? Is it going to be division, for instance? Okay, good luck, Willow class. Let me know how you get on. All right, take care. Bye.